G'day guys, Troy K here and welcome to another episode of K Brothers Pythons. Today's ep's a bit of a follow-on from the one we done 2 weeks ago where we were setting up a brew of vermiculite for incubating the eggs. So this episode's about, right, the eggs have hatched, now what do we do? Dan will go through, he'll show you how to set up, how he sets his blackheads up, I'll show you how we set some of the carpets up. Another exciting thing, back in episode 11, we were showing you our possible Anery boy and some of the pairings we were doing. We've got some eggs pipping from this guy here, so we'll go through and give the rest of Clutch a bit of a cut and see what's in there. Hope you enjoy. Alright guys, first things first, that possible Anery clutch. Before we get into it, can I show you something, Dan?
Go for it.
Now, this in here, that's an egg that's been going bad. As you can see, we've left a lot of the clutches clumped up this season. That egg there, that's been going bad for past 3 weeks, something like that. We haven't really interfered too much. We've been going through, wiping around it with the paper towel, but we haven't dived in there to remove that egg. We haven't wanted to mess around with the clutch too much. So I just wanted to show you that just if there is an egg but going bad in the clutch, you don't have to rip in there and tear it out straight away unless that egg is going like feral. If it's going green, it's going off and really starting to stink the place up, then get in there and intervene. Now this clutch here, and all clutches that have hatched out so far, they've hatched out nice and quick for us. We've been telling you guys as we're going through that this year we're going to run our temps up around the 32, 32.1, 32.2, and we've done that steadily over this incubation season, and a lot of the carpets have been coming out very, very early. Usually you incubate around your 31.5 and they come out around day 55. These guys going at the high temp around day 46, 47s, 48s, but they still seem to be coming out. Nice, big, strong, healthy hatchies. As you can see there, that one there, Dan. Like, nice, big, strong, healthy.
Yeah, they're definitely healthy.
Sexy looking little jag.
Good, aren't they?
And hopefully it's a hit for Anery. So this Anery boy that we've got, the dad of this clutch here, or possible Anery. Why do we keep calling him a possible? Well, that's because he looks like an Anery. He has all the traits that the Anery mutation should carry, but just because he looks like it and he carries those traits doesn't mean that it's definitely going to be passed on. So that's why the mutation actually has to be proved out. So just because an animal looks like something, looks like a new mutation, or you think it is, until that is actually proven out, you can't really go calling things a new mutation until that work's done. And that's what's so cool about this clutch. This is our first chance to have a crack at proving out a new mutation. And this is, it's taken us 16 years, 18 years, whatever it's taken us to get to this stage. So this is our first crack at a new mutation, proven or disproven. So this is exciting, this clutch here, stage 1. Alright guys, last egg. What do you reckon? Jag or not?
Don't know.
Let's have a look.
You calling it or what?
Give me another 30 seconds.
Educated.
Yeah, I'll take an educated guess and say, nah, not a jag, but it's still a pretty little animal. So, very exciting clutch. 13, total of 13 in there, all nice and healthy. What we'll do now, we'll get them back away. We'll put the lid back on, get them back in the incubator, and they'll come out over the next couple of days, and then they get set up into the tubs. So that's the next step. Let's set them up.
Okay guys, well, while waiting for the possible Anery hatchlings to come out of the egg, which will take a few days, as Troy said, we'll separate these blackheaded pythons. Now these hatched a few days ago, 2 days ago. They come into their shed cycle fairly quick. Blackheaded pythons, you can see a few are a little bit milky there. We weren't sure what was going to come out of this clutch, but there's some fairly nice little snakes in there. We're happy. It's a nice little snake. This one's nice too. Fair little bit of model sort of pattern there. But we'll set these guys up individually. As I said, they're 2 days out of the egg. The idea is to fold paper towel enough to suit how many animals you've got. In this instance, we've got 13 baby blackheaded pythons. So your paper towel goes in, fill up all your water bowls, have them ready, make it like a little production line. Pick which blackheaded python you want to go in there. Pretty little one, that one will do. Now within the first 7 to 10 days they'll shed, they have their first shed. You want to keep them moist to a degree or relatively high humidity. So just every day or so just give them a slight mist, slight spray. And sometimes little black-headed pythons can be a little bit bluffy, a little bit stressy. So in that instance just get a little bit of paper towel, just put it over the top of them like that. That'll keep them settled and nice. Lid goes on. And now I was going to put them into this rack here. I built this rack for black-headed pythons, but Troy stole it for his carpet pythons. So it's worth it though. Pretty little carpet. Stuff in there. Bite terribly. But since he's stolen that, we'll put it in this rack over here. Well, I think it's 13, what have we got, 5, 10, 15. Bugger all, start here, you can sort it out. He stole my rack so he can fix my problems. So I'll go through, guys, and fill up all these racks, separate all these black-headed pythons, and after I do that I'll show you how you can set up a hatchling tub for low cost, and especially if you're a new keeper. Okay, for the new keepers, we'll show you here that you don't have to spend a lot of money to set up for your new hatchling python. Now, it's best off just keeping something like this for the first few months while they're getting established. But you get these tubs just at any sort of supermarket chains, Woolworths or anything like that. Now we go through and put holes for airflow. Holes through the top, I'll put that on the cold side. It's important to put a few holes on the side too as well. Just use a soldering iron to put these through, just so it gets airflow through the container. But we'll use a carpet python for this instance. This carpet's been out of the egg for a week or so. So I'll see a few have had a shed there, some are just due for another shed shortly, but this one's just shed there now. We'll use this one. While they're in there, we'll just give them a little bit more of a spray just to raise that humidity for the last few that are going to shed through there. They'll be separated this afternoon anyway. We've got a hatchling there. Now we use these for carpet pythons. Carpet pythons are a arboreal species. When they like to hunt, they prefer to look down on their prey. So this will be a little setup for a little carpet python. Water, as I said earlier, self-explanatory, fill up a water bowl, you know. Hides. Now, you can use hides. This will suffice for a carpet python, but if it's a little bit stressful, depends on the species, you can use hides. We use 2. You can put one on the side there on the hot side, one on the cold side. And if they feel threatened or whatever, they can get into their hides, respective hides. Now we'll put it on the heat source here. Snakes are ectothermic, or pythons are ectothermic, which means they regulate the body temperature from external heat sources. In this case, it'll be a heat mat. Now this is a 10 watt heat mat, so we don't need a thermostat to control the temperature on this. We can control it by how much of the tub you put on the heat source itself. So we put on about that much, plug that in. Always have a thermometer or a probe thermometer to be able to keep an eye on what sort of temperatures you've got inside your enclosure. You just put that through the hole there and put it on the hot side. On the hot side, give them access to 34 degrees, it's a nice reasonable sort of temperature. And obviously allow them access to a cold spot. We've got 28 degrees in a lot of our rooms. So as long as they can have access to the hot spot and the cold spot, airflow and water, they're good to go.
Well, there you go, guys. Bit of a nap today featuring one of our favourite boys, the possible Anery. And we hope you've enjoyed it. If so, leave a comment down below. Thanks, guys. I know, I'm just trying to work out what I'm saying. Rightio, guys. Well, there you go. Fuck off with that.
It won't bite you, just keep talking. It's not going to bite you.